Hello fantasy faithfuls and welcome to Scheme Fit Season 3 Episode 3, and today I will be looking at Antonio Brown and Derek Carr. First, let's take a look at Antonio Brown from last year. Brown is almost the blueprint for a top receiver. A top guy should have most of his deep targets to the deep left and be heavily targeted in the short middle zone. The only bad thing is to focus on the short right instead of left. If this was reversed, the patterns would have been the dream. What is weird though is Brown's catch rate over the middle and to the right side of the field. He's way above league average to the left side and the deep one is really good. But over the middle and to the right, he's below league average. And he's the only top 15 receiver with a catch rate below 60% in the short middle zone. And when we compare his production from last year with 2017, we see that there is a pretty steep decline in short zone production. In 2017, he had 8.2, 12.7, and 9.3. And in 2018, he had 7, 10.1, and 9.3. That is a pretty big difference, and I'm worried that this is a sign of decline, especially since the catch rate went down too. Looking at his notable zones, we have 3 areas to look in: targeting, completion rate, and yards. The deep left is his main zone that has to fit with Derek Carr and the Raiders for this to work out in AB's favor. The short left needs more yardage, so if Carr has a high number, it will be good. His catch rate in the short left make him very safe to throw to there, while the short middle is something that scares me. I don't want Carr to rely on that zone too much for a good fit. His yardage in the deep left is amazing, while all short zones, especially the short left, are below league average. Let us now focus on Derek Carr. Carr could support 2 top 15 receivers 3 years ago, but has since then had a steady drop, finishing out last year with 1 top 50 wide receiver. He usually targets his number 1 guy around 20% of his passes. That would be roughly 110 for Mr. Big Chest. He's also not used to throwing as many touchdowns as Big Ben. Carr rarely throws deep. He's in the bottom in the league in passes 15 yards or more from the line of scrimmage. We saw that Brown is used to being targeted a ton in these zones, so we are off to a really rocky start. Good though that he doesn't throw too much to the short middle, as this was one of Brown's weak zones. For accuracy, Carr takes care of the ball. He doesn't throw a lot of balls that can't be caught. That 90% to the short left is really nice, and especially as AB had such a high catch rate there. A lot of safe yards can be won there. The 55 deep left looks great. Lack of throws though, but will connect on the ones that are made. When it comes to gaining yards, I love the 32 yards per completion in the deep left. This is the key zone for these two guys. If Gruden can dial up more deep shots here, they will produce for the Raiders. However, Carr is just as bad as AB at gaining yards to the short left. It will be a ton of throws there, but they will not gain too much yards from each completion and will have to work hard for all of it. When it comes to calling pass plays, Gruden have called a pass on 50% of his first downs, 62 on second, and 82 on third down. Brown is very comfortable with getting the ball on every down. He does, however, fluctuate a bit in his catch rate and yards per catch. He gains more yards on first down, but catches less balls, a sign of more difficult passes. He gains less yards on second and third, indicating that he'd rather take the safe yards to get the first down. I like what I see here, plenty of pass plays on second and third for Brown to gain yards from. I would like to remind you to hit that like button, leave a comment what you think about the video, and subscribe to the channel. I love every interaction I have with y'all, and every little bit helps me to put out more content. Now let's look at their red zone breakdown. Antonio Brown is used to getting over 20% of his team's red zone targets for roughly 22 a year. Derek Carr has not thrown for more than 63 red zone attempts since 2016. Brown scored 66 of his red zone touchdowns in the short outside zones, while Carr threw 58% of his red zone touchdowns to the short outside zones. I don't love these numbers, but I don't hate them either. AB's production will surely go down by my estimate 1 to 2 touchdowns, while Derek Carr, with getting a better target, will most likely throw 1 or 2 more. For the conclusion, let's look at their synergies and bad fits. The only zone that matches well production-wise is the deep left. However, Carr rarely throws there, so there will be less opportunities for AB to be great there. The red zone fits okay for Carr, but not for AB due to lack of targets. pass play calling will help rated stay on the field. For their bad fits, both have high focus on the short left, but both lack yards there, fewer overall touchdowns in Oakland than there is in Pittsburgh, and fewer pass attempts overall. In conclusion, I don't really like this pairing that much. Antonio Brown will take several steps back in my book, while Carr will increase somewhat in value. Their play trends just don't fit each other that well. The Raiders have tended to run a lot more, and Carr rarely throws deep, while Brown has relied more and more on his deep targets now that his short zone production has gone down. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to check out cstfantasy.com for more content. We have more offseason content this year than ever, especially in May when the Fantasy Snapshot bundle drops with over 150 video breakdowns of players for the 2019 season. Hello Fantasy Faithful, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check out more of them right here and here. In case you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat.